Welcome to the Xcel Energy Center, downtown St. Paul, and Don Lucia's comments from last night still bringing smiles and a little bit of a sarcastic, if not sardonic tone. Along with Kevin Gord, Ron Johnson, Doug Woog, I'm Frank Mazzacco. Thank you very much for joining us. Let's go to our State Farm goaltenders, and we start with Philippe Lamoureux, who is 8th in the WCHA in goals against average, 9th in the conference in save percentage. He will get the start tonight. And at the other end, sophomore Jeff Frazee, who has only lost 5 games in his career, will get the start. He is number 1 in the nation in winning percentage, number 1 in the WCHA, of course, with an .844 winning percentage this year. All right, Cars.com, game plan, Doug Woog.
Well, let's see if it makes any sense. North Dakota, not very hard for them to be this way. It's aggressive and physical, but they need to be. Minnesota, you know, last night they gave 9 outman rushes up, and a lot of them came at the lines. Got to make smarter decisions. You know, for both teams here, Minnesota and North Dakota, you got to be around the net. Tips and rebounds can decide the game.
Twin Cities native, captain. His dad was an All-American with Minnesota. That's Mike Vanelli. He's getting his team pumped up there, and here's the officials assigned tonight's game. Referee is Derek Shepard. The assistant referees are Bob Kelty and Butch Mousseau. We're ready to go. Minnesota and the Fighting Sioux have in playoff competition been dead even. 10 wins apiece. We're underway. Both starting with top lines centered by number 9s. The Fighting Sioux's Jonathan Taves and Minnesota Kyle Oposo. Here's a puck from T.J. Oshie on the first shot of the game that goes high. Taves plays it back behind the Minnesota net. Back at the line, a long shot gets deflected. Charney's shot was deflected on goal, and Frazee a big save. Outlet pass a little bit too far for Ryan Stoa, then played back out at center ice. Oshie brings it in. Now Taves in the slot. He got chopped there a couple of times, and the puck goes to the far corner. So Alex Goligoski will set up for the Golden Gophers, and right in front of him, Captain Chris Porter directs traffic to the near side, forces Wheeler to drop it back. Now out to center ice. Mike Finelli's pass is off a skate into the North Dakota zone, however, and it's loose at the line, where Jay Barabal battles to get it and get it deep in the zone. The goaltender Lamoureux out to paddle it around, intercepted by Barabal. In the slot for Ben Gordon, who shoots it wide. Chris Porter jammed up hard by Barabal. They play it off the glass. It's knocked down at the line by Derek Peltier. Still in the zone, however, as it was fired in by Gordon. Now back to center ice. Sophomore Matt Watkins hits the line with a right wing pass. It is gone. And the pass back for Watkins just out of his reach. A minute 27 seconds in, and a flying first period already. Here's Wheeler to center. 3 Gophers bring it to the line. The defenseman Johnson left it there, and he gave it away. Back to pick it up now, Dave Fisher, the freshman defenseman, firing it around in a prayer to get it to Mike Carmen, but that did not work. Here's Ryland Kipe. They drop it to the point for a shot that never reaches the net. And back to center comes Ryan Flynn, dumping it in from the red checkered line. Lamoureux behind the net, paddling it around to the near side. It's jammed up by Ryan Flynn. And a host of players waiting for it to come loose. And here's that physical play on the forecheck you were talking about, Doug. Fisher's shot never reaches the net. Fisher again, he's jammed up, took a bump on the near side from Eric Fabian. Back at center ice, David Fisher plays it ahead. Kipe to the Minnesota line, picked off by Ryan Flynn, who shoots it in.
Into the 4th line shift already without a whistle. You can get an idea what the pace is like.
Now 2.5 minutes in without a whistle. Bounded around at the zone. It's kicked into the Minnesota end by the Fighting Sioux. And the offside results. Here's the way the lines. We've seen a lot of them already, Doug.
Well, get a good look, because they may not be here next year, even though they're very young. Look at the top one, all sophomores. The dot line. Duncan, Oshie, Taves, Watkins, Van Velde. You got 2 yesterday. Porter, Fabian, Kipe, Kozik. I'll tell you what. Radke, Zajac, and Miller. And Stoa, Oposo, and Kaufman look like they're going to take on the big line. It started that way. Gordon, Wheeler, and Barabal, another young group there. Lucia, Carmen, and Flynn, all freshmen. Hey, it's a young group of Coles, an old veteran in there with O'Brien, the freshman, and Brewston, the junior.
Taylor Chorney, one of 3 sophomores back on D for the Fighting Sioux, drops it back, and from center ice, Brian Lee is there to lift it high in the zone. Behind the Minnesota net, Mike Vanelli was hit not once but twice.
He was the cream of the Oreo right there, Frank.
Darcy Zajac kept it in. The Gophers control. And in a collision, I'm not sure which set of fans is calling for a penalty. Will this be icing? And not only that, but it will be a penalty. There was a penalty away from the play, and looks like the call might go against Kyle Radke. I'm not sure, Doug.
Yeah, there was actually, in my opinion, 2 interference calls that weren't called. Finally, they did pick one up here. You can't hit the guy before he gets a puck or if he doesn't even know the puck is coming. Here's Radke coming across. There is absolutely no puck control there.
Wow.
But it was one of about 3 that I saw, and I think the fans were excited earlier because they saw the same thing happen. I tell you, they're intense, so there's absolutely no prisoners going to be taken here.
There is the penalized player, Radke, the interference at 3:08. First penalty called of the game. Minnesota has scored 52 power play goals this year, 21%. They are 7th in the nation. The kill for the Fighting Sioux, only about middle of the pack in the country at 29th with an 83% kill.
Minnesota took it on the chin when North Dakota came in January, and they took it on the chin because the Sioux were much more aggressive. They played a little Russian roulette. They could have had a few more penalties, but they withstood the power plays with a good penalty kill.
Evan Kaufman, Ryan Stoa, Kyle Oposo are up front for Minnesota with Peltier and Johnson on this initial shift. Down low, here's Oposo to Peltier and back again. And now back to Peltier. Dishes it to Johnson, who can bring it hard, and it's kicked off. A great skate save by Lamoureux. And blasted out of there by Oshie.
Well, if anybody thought this was going to be a soft game, think not. This thing has got real intensity. Everybody's moving. Good hitting, good shooting, good passing. Intense.
At center ice, Gordon flips it ahead. Barabal brings it in as Minnesota has changed all 5 players. Here's a shot that gets deflected into the corner.
Good sign for Minnesota after the shot was taken. Barabal got the rebound. Shows that you're moving.
This is Barabal, and back at the line, Goligoski. Jay Barabal again, Minnesota's leading scorer. They dish it down low. It gets away from Wheeler. Wheeler is jammed up by Lee. Forced to the corner by Lee. Barabal after the loose puck. Dishes it to Gordon. Oh, and he fires it out of the zone.
That was more like a Bantam play than a college play. You just can't throw it around, especially on the power play. You got to know stick to stick.
The stick is shattered on either side of the North Dakota net. Here's a quick centering pass that got blocked and taken away by Taylor Chorney. Then he gets rid of the puck.
Big penalty kill for the Sioux. You're on the road. Basically, you're playing in front of Minnesota's home crowd. And you weather that first one. No momentum builder for the Gophers. If anything, a loss of momentum.
Fabian and Kipe, 2 forwards killing the penalty as this hard shot by Mike Carmen takes off. And that's Minnesota's first shot there and only shot on this power play. Now a try in close. That one by Carmen got blocked, and it's back out to center. Fisher driving it in. Lamoureux. Oh, he blocked it, but he brought the puck back in front of the net with him.
Just challenging everybody.
The Fighting Sioux get it to center ice. Andrew Kozak fires it into the Minnesota end. Jeff Frazee playing the puck around. 1 shot apiece here, and we're 5.5 minutes in to the first period of this championship game. Dave Fisher behind the net again, and he has handled the puck a lot for Minnesota in the early going.
Had a nice night yesterday out there. Last night, I thought.
Fisher right out of Apple Valley High School. And in his first year as a true freshman, true 18-year-old freshman from center ice, it's lobbed in by Tony Lucia. From behind the net, Robbie Bina had a problem with that stick. Still got a pass. It creates a 3-on-2. Frazee makes the save and plays the puck in the corner where Porter couldn't get to it cleanly. Minnesota takes it away. Now Peltier ahead to center ice. Justin Booster trying to fight through a check. He gets knocked down at the blue line. Puck was back out at center. Now Finley plays it across. Joe Finley's pass on the far side to Oshie. As he stick handles, he dumps it to the corner. Jonathan Toews puts it in the crease. And Jeff Frazee is there to cover it up. 6.5 minutes of hockey, no score.
No score for the Gophers, no score for the Sioux. I'm right down here in between the benches, and after that last penalty at center ice, Boostrom was checked, interfered with into the bench for North Dakota. The yapping has begun. The theme from the coaches on the North Dakota side is put a body on the guys in gold every chance you get. The theme on the Minnesota side is make good passes and get the puck deep against this North Dakota defense, guys. It feels like a lot of energy down here. I'm not sure if it's coming up to the press box for you, but this has got a real championship vibe to it.
Indeed it does, Kevin. Thank you very much. And we're also going to want to know what the feel of the yapping is, too, as you are able to discern that, because that may be as much of a telling statistic as the coaches. Here's Evan Kaufman. Boy, did he blister one in from the near point. long-range shot, and it was easily stopped by Kite. Well, maybe easy for me to say. Ryan Duncan, number 16, leader and scorer for the Fighting Sioux, gets it ahead. TJ Oshie behind the net. Oshie puts it in front. Kyle Oposo there to take it away for Minnesota. Oposo, also a freshman. He is second in Minnesota scoring. This long shot comes in. Lamoureux has a problem with it. Here's a shot by Stowe, and it goes wide.
Okay, Oposo came across to his forehand. A lot of times he goes to his backhand, gets himself in trouble there, forehand. But more importantly for Minnesota, they're matching the lineup here. Taves, Duncan, and Oshie, you see where he comes across to his forehand. He gets a shot off. He has a tendency to go outside and go left, and they just drift him in there. Stowe come back, try to get the rebound. But Minnesota's generating just as many opportunities as the quick young guys from Nodak. I'll tell you, good job by Oposo, Coffin, and Stowe on that big line, the dot line. So far.
The puck, they rule, was played with a high stick at center ice by Minnesota, so the face-off is in their end. Blake Wheeler, remember, a puck played with a high stick anywhere on the ice at any time results in a face-off in your defending zone. Bina playing it ahead. Porter got it in. He was popped pretty high by Blake Wheeler. Now Gordon gets it out of the zone. Watkins takes it away. Finley has a little problem with it. Finley gets it ahead out at center, and then it's played deep in the zone by Chris Vandevelde, a big hero yesterday with a couple of goals.
Got 3 goals for the year. He picked up 2 yesterday. He looked like an All-American.
Now to center ice. Ben Gordon battles to get it in. 3-on-1. Wheeler in front. Shooting. It got deflected. Robbie Bina right in front. And then it hits the netting and goes out of play. 3 shots aside. 0-0 the score. Lots of action. WCHA teams in the state of Minnesota. Minnesota State, Minnesota, St. Cloud, and UMD. All right, while we were away, a minor penalty on Finley for North Dakota for roughing at 8:02. Second power play of the period and of the game for Minnesota. This puck gets past Eric Johnson. Jonathan Taves all over him.
Not a good penalty by Finley either. Away from the play. Not a factor in what was going on. North Dakota's having to use some of their key guys. Oshie's out there. Taves out there. Now a switch is made.
From behind the net, Eric Johnson, also in his freshman year. And one of the most person and player that a lot of people think was most likely to sign early from the Minnesota squad. We've talked about others who have been playing in this tournament. Short-handed Ryan Duncan, 2-on-2. Crisscross drops it back. Here's a blast by Porter. He gets it again. Porter behind the Minnesota net. Threatening here in a short-handed situation. Now he'll rag it back out at center ice. And bring it back in. Gets a shot off. That was blocked by Johnson. Oh, then Johnson rivets him to the corner. Puck taken away by Oshie. Four Gophers bring it to center. Barabal hits the line. Drops the pass, and Oposo puts it in front. Porter right back there to sweep it away and get rid of it.
Nice job by Porter. He got the crowd. There's a lot of Sioux fans or a lot of anti-Minnesota fans, I'm not sure.
Somebody's got too many men on the ice.
Minnesota.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 are still out there. They were still out there long after the whistle blew. Minnesota.
You know, it's funny for us, maybe, Frank, but I'll tell you, Don Lucia, look at he's got his palms up. He's not real happy. As a coach, there's times you don't want that. You never want that to happen. Look at, see? That is a non-active, non-participating foul. It has no value.
It'll nullify a power play that had another 31 seconds to run, and then the Fighting Sioux will get a minute 29, a power play of their own. Here as we're at the halfway point of period 1.
There's Ben Gordon serving, and not necessarily the victim, or he's the victim. He might not be the villain.
Wheeler digging in for this face-off against Vandevelde. Draw to the North Dakota Fighting Sioux. And back at the line, here's Brian Lee firing a shot. It gets blocked. Che Genoway to the corner. As it got deflected, here's Jay Barabal to center off Blake Wheeler's stick. He and Lee racing for it. Wheeler in a backhand. Rebound in front. Great back-checking play prevented the shot from Barabal for being too good. That was a Vandevelde back check.
I'll tell you what, a move by Barabal. You catch his feet and how he spins around. Wheeler goes for the net, which is terrific. But watch the other guy coming in here, number 20. Watch how he pivots. It's turned around to get on a forehand. Lamoureux comes up with a big save. I'll tell you what, both teams are showing some goal. There's absolutely no question. This game is for a championship.
Full throttle.
Full throttle. Pedal to the metal.
11 seconds on that first penalty. And then Finley will be out. Robbie Bina takes it behind his own net. Bina in his junior year. Out to center ice. Oshie circles at the right point. Left point for Chorney. And now Finley is out. He'll go to the bench for another forward. Right in front, here's Oshie. And that shot was blocked. Nice save by Frazee. Once again, Chorney. Duncan heads for the front of the net. Bina down low for a pass. Here's Duncan banging away. And it's finally swept out of there by Mike Carmen.
Boy, nice power play here, moving that biscuit around.
Chorney on the left side. Center point. Bina, screen shot. Big save again by Frazee. And the puck clears in the corner. Carmen fires it out of there.
Nice opening there. I'll tell you, the Sioux really moved that puck. And you're going to let them do that all night. They're going to score.
Oshie drops it back. Duncan leaves it at the point for Chorney. Goes across to Bina. Back for Chorney. Down low again, Duncan. Chorney it down the middle. He shot it high. Duncan after a loose puck. In the corner. Porter. Duncan. Porter again. Bina at the line. Porter the one-timer. Off a skate and wide of the net. And to the line, but not out. They get the advantage of the NHL zone there.
Yes.
Glove catch now by Frazee, and he holds on. The NHL zone being bigger than a college zone. That extra 2 feet kept the puck in.
I think you're a good call there, Frank. I liked it. Tell you what, puck movement by the Sioux. They used to whistle that thing around. Didn't come up with a goal, but they had whacks at it. Sometimes the puck just bounced over your stick. I tell you, Minnesota played it as aggressively as they could to. They challenged guys in the corner, but North Dakota got the puck out to the point where they had more room, more real estate, and they moved that biscuit pretty well.
They've had 4 shots on goal in roughly a minute 10 of power play to this point. Draw to the Gophers, and it's driven out of there by Fisher. He's had a very nice 3+ periods of hockey.
David Fisher, Apple Valley, Minnesota.
From behind the net, Getaway. Right side, then it's dumped in. Porter in the corner.
That's where he likes to play.
Yeah, he goes in butt first, doesn't he? From the far side, here's Lee as the penalty is over. Gordon serving that bench. Miner is out. 2 Gophers at center. Boostrom 2-on-2. The drop for O'Brien. Now back for Boostrom in front. And Genoway is there to sweep it away. He'll have to come back for his stick. Ben Gordon to the point for Fisher. Down low. And back for Fisher, and they misfire.
Boostrom has taken the puck on rushes twice. He's number 14, Minnesota's goal. And he turned it over twice. One time in the 3-2. That time he got away with it. But you cannot make plays 10 feet outside the blue line or 10 feet inside. You've got to get it deep.
Kozak, great play. Gets the return pass, and his shot was deflected. The hitting has not been as fierce as we thought it would be. Ryland Kuiper, the first good hit that I saw here in about 12 minutes of play.
You ever tried to hit a teal?
But that's right. This thing is moving way too fast to hit anybody. Kozak headmans the puck, gets the return pass, shoots again, and then Carmen stepped right in front of him. Sensational first period so far from St. Paul. The WCHA leader in power play goals and second in the nation is Ryan Duncan with 16. This is how he does it.
This is what he has to pay to get it done. He's a left-handed Dino Ciccarelli, Frank.
Littlest guy on the ice, Ryan Duncan.
Smart.
5'5", officially 5'6", and $158.
Yeah, and his dad played here, so did Taylor Chorney, so let's get that in.
And that 158 pounds is still 16 pounds heavier than when he came into the program.
He's a bull now.
Yeah. Dug out of the corner by Minnesota's Tony Lucia. Derek Peltier shooting it deflected twice. Whoa, and a big hit on the near side. That thrown by Lucia. That might be the second big hit of the game. 2 players tangle up, both go down. Johnson keeps it in, puts it in on goal.
Well, this line for Minnesota has had 3 good games. The Alaska game, last night's game against Wisconsin, and tonight they've started out with the puck in the offensive zone 2 or 3 times. A grinding, different kind of physical play.
I think we've reached a critical juncture in the game, and that's the halfway point of the period. Big question was, can Minnesota sustain the physical play of North Dakota? They have been able to because the skating has been so good. The physical punishment they have not had to withstand.
No, and Minnesota has it when North Dakota's best when they have you pinned in your end. Minnesota's gotten the puck out, so the big thundering hits are not coming from the forwards from North Dakota because they're not in Minnesota's zone. In years past, it was a big D that made it really difficult.
Here's Vanelli shooting, and a save by Lamoureux and a great screen shot. And then Vanelli steps up with a big hit, and he's going to get a penalty.
Yes, sir. He hit it before he had the puck. You can raise your hands, but you got to have the puck. Well, look at Chorney getting
Chorney with a slash, and he's going to go as it gets pretty nasty on the far side.
This will be interesting to see how Shepard handles this. You just can't go after somebody who's going to the bench. Well, you can, but you got to pay some of the price. And Chorney took a two-handed whack at him, too. It wasn't a little hugger, pulled the helmet off. He went hard for the ankles.
Butch Mousseau and Bob Kelty are the ARs. They have plenty to deal with right there. And Mousseau can take care of himself quite well. Well, Derek Shepard did point at two players to whistle him off. The question now, well, we got two Fighting Sioux going off.
That was
well, we'll sort it out here. Here's how it started.
Oh, you saw that little high stick by
Goligoski.
Hooking him.
That might have been a little bit after the initial, that secondary whack.
I think that might have been before, Frank, because Goligoski retreated. Well, reserve judgment.
All right, now we do see two Minnesota players in the box. I've already seen two go in for the Fighting Sioux. And it looks like Chorney on the left there.
This is good for
excuse me, Doug. It'll be Chorney so far and Oshie. And the Minnesota players are Vanelli and Kaufman.
And Goligoski's scot-free.
Kevin, you had a great look at this, I assume.
Yeah, the Gopher bench up in arms because it looked like something out of Slapshot, guys. Off that hit by Vanelli, all of a sudden Chorney got upset, went to defend his teammate, two-handed one of the Gophers right in front of the bench, and then as the melee ensued, the Fighting Sioux players actually ended up half on the Gopher bench. Obviously now words are being exchanged. In my opinion, it looked like a pretty clean hit by Vanelli. The puck was there on the play. And, Chorney's trying to stick up for his teammate, but it wasn't really a cheap shot from my vantage point. And the bench here, obviously now back and forth, a lot of verbal jabs. And again, it's ramped up the intensity of this game, guys.
Kevin, the penalties will be an extra minor to the Fighting Sioux. 2+2 for Chorney for instigating and roughing. Vanelli, Doug, as you call it, gets the interference. Kaufman and Oshie also get roughing minors, so Minnesota will get a power play, and it'll be their third of the game, and Dave Haxtell doesn't like this at all.
Well, I don't blame him. I mean, here you are. You got the minor penalty, delayed penalty coming against Vanelli, which I think you got to have the puck. I don't care if it's in your feet. If you haven't touched it yet, it's still a possession of the last person who had it, okay, until you get. So that's interference. Now, how Minnesota comes out with a power play.
Are you disagreeing with the 2+2 on Chorney? One for instigating and one for roughing?
I would give him the slashing.
Okay.
And leave it at that. I mean, he caused his team to lose the power play. I'm not sure he should be put the other team in the power play.
Well, that's the way it is. And we'll say perhaps Derek Shepard wanted to make a statement and get some control of what was looking like it was going to escalate there.
Now, the instigator means he went over and started some yapping.
All right, it'll be the face-off at center ice and a power play for Minnesota. They've had just one shot on their previous two power plays, and Porter and Oposo on the face-off, and the Fighting Sioux control out at center ice. Robbie Vino will shoot it in.
Well, that was good for the concessionaires. That was what that was all about.
Now Oshie over to get it. He lays it out at center ice, and it'll be brought ahead by Flynn. He got whacked pretty good by Porter. Driven around by Lamoureux. It's down off the glass. Porter brings it ahead with Duncan. 2-on-2. They elect to dump it in and go off on a change.
Flynn, due to this power play, not normally on the power play.
He's out there along with Peltier, Oposo, and Johnson as they throw it into this Minnesota advantage. Thrown by Brian Lee all the way down the rink.
I think he's taking the spot of Kaufman right now. Kaufman's sitting, I believe, isn't he?
Yes, he is. And Johnson drops it back in the zone. Ben Gordon brings it to center, now to the left side and into the zone. Flip to the corner for Wheeler. Wheeler drives it around. Barabal has it. On the points are Johnson and Goligoski. Vanelli is in the box. Goligoski goes down low to Barabal. Gordon is out front. Wheeler to the side. The pass gets deflected and tipped to center ice. Nice defensive play by Ryland Kite.
Boy, great angle pursuit of the point man. Come inside out on him. Holy smokes, makes a tough play. Tougher. The Sioux are doing a terrific job of killing the penalty. They're stretching their box to the point where they're forcing just man-on-man on the weak side away from the puck. 2-on-1 where the puck is, and that's how guys got left. It's 5 against 4. 3 down, man-on-man. Wherever the puck is, they're playing a guy between the guy who has the puck and the next open guy. If you don't complete that pass, you don't get it.
Dumped all the way down the rink by Robbie Bina. And about a half minute to go on the Minnesota power play. Out at center ice, this is Ben Gordon, right side. Jay Barabal gains his own, got past Finley. Now he's whacked and knocked down pretty good by Oshie. I'm sorry, that's Jonathan Taves.
Excuse me there, Frank. I say, wow, there's a lot of slashing, and I think it's getting carried away again this league.
I think here's Goligoski. I think it's picked up since those last penalties were called. It's almost as if the players are saying, you know what, they aren't going to call anymore. There's plenty of guys in the box. I don't think they're going to call anything. Let's go. And the sticks are up. Here's Barabal whipping it back at the line. Goligoski lines and fires. Deflected, and it hits the netting.
Sioux player tipped it out. Will come out, but probably right.
In either case, the power play is over.
Right to the dot.
The Gophers did not get a shot on goal.
Goligoski tried to get one off. Lamoureux, he was in church, I think. Look at him, he had no idea where he was.
Bina would have needed a ladder if he was going to bring down Wheeler. But that wasn't going to stop him from trying either, the lack of a ladder. All right, 5 skaters aside. O'Brien comes in for the face-off for Minnesota, and Van de Velde for the Fighting Sioux.
Nice job of killing the penalty. Terrific job, in fact.
Yeah, actually, all 3 times, Doug.
Yeah, it's just been aggressive, very aggressive.
When you consider Minnesota only had 2 shot and 3 power play opportunities. I don't think there were 3 full 2-minute opportunities, but they had plenty of time.
Well, Minnesota's not a real effective down low. Much better are the Sioux down low.
Now this pass is picked off cleanly by Brad Miller, and Brad Miller from center ice will get it into the Minnesota end. Miller perhaps seeing his first shift. They go to the corner. Van de Velde in with a check at the line. Getaway could not keep it in. Boom! There is a big hit away from the puck, and play goes on.
Now he's paying for Van de Velde. He is hurt right now.
Watkins shoots it into the Minnesota end. And Lucia got blasted from behind. And now Shepard has put the whistle in his pocket, I believe.
Well, that was a run. I'll tell you, he's got him kind of wild here. He's got to take care of this game.
Fisher left it back there, and here's Brian Shack. Shack out to center with a long lob dump, and Lamoureux watches it. He'll play it as they waved off icing earlier. Finley jammed up on the far side, and now the physical aspect will become a very significant factor in this game. It's 0-0 here late in the first period. From the far side, Mike Carmen with a hit, but he could only slow up Darcy Zajac. Back out at center ice. 2 North Dakota players collide and go down. Carmen brings it in with a shot. That gets blocked by Finley. Now back the other way comes Watkins. He's stripped of the puck. Miller to pick it up. 2.5 minutes to go, period 1. Tipped in the zone by Ratke. Ratke and Vanelli are wrapped up. And Zajac got a piece of it, whacks at it again. It bounds around in the air and then down before it's shoveled to center ice. Kaufman brings it in. Stoa and Oposo are on the forward line. And now Jones from behind the net. Off a skate to Oposo, shooting! And Lamoureux has the glove catch, and he'll hold on and do his usual dance. Minnesota, North Dakota, 0-0. We'll have a new post-game show called The Hits of the Game. We're running for about a half hour, I think.
And North Dakota was pounding away at Minnesota.
Eric Johnson shooting from shallow angle, and now a whistle. Is there a... I'm not even trying to cross-check. All right, in front.
Brian Lee.
And Lee. All right, thank you, sir.
Number 22, Moorhead.
And this is called at 18 minutes and 3 seconds. Doug, look on the right side of the screen. Let's go on the left side.
Well, yeah, either way. Okay, we'll go. Oh, look at that. David Haxtell taking a look here. On the left side, Oh, boy, I don't know. I'm not going to make any comments.
Okay.
I'm just going to leave that one flying.
All right. Here's Bina in the corner with Gordon, and now Wheeler knocks it loose, and over to get it is Barabal. Fourth power play of the period for Minnesota. That was one of their closest chances. The long shot by Vanelli, just missing. Oshie out for Taves, and then it's tipped down the rink. Boy, those guys do it all, don't they?
Yes, they do. But this has kept them off the offensive board. They've had, I don't know, maybe one shot on goal the whole period. Too many penalties.
In the slot, Wheeler. Nice check there by Porter. Balagoski. A tip right out in front. Wheeler whacks at it, but couldn't get it.
Pressure by the Sioux when they're in, and Minnesota's people are giving them troubles. They just aren't having enough time to get comfortable and set. Minnesota is, like I said earlier, not real good down low. Their forwards miss a lot of opportunities, so they got to rely on their points.
Evan Kaufman tries to put it in front. The nice block there by Genoway. Here's Eric Johnson. Cross link to Peltier. Off the skate of Porter. Boy, I'd already give a nomination for Porter for all-tournament team. Here's Eric Johnson. Right in front, wide open. Kaufman down low. The shot! And it's deflected by Lamoureux. Now Kaufman again. Up the middle. And Porter there with the long reach and tips it down the rink.
Poso waited for the goalie to go down. He was hoping he'd go down. He shot it over the building.
Erickson. Center ice. Oposo shovels it in. Tries to duck the check of Taylor Chorney. At the point, Eric Johnson. 15 in the power play. And Johnson threw it right into Oshie.
Oshie must have had some pads on.
How about Jonathan Taves? My apologies, Doug.
That was nice.
Wow, good period. 3 more seconds of the penalty will carry over to the next period.
They got some, also some play from Fabian type Kozik as well.
All right, now that last penalty, the one to Lee is over. The cross-checking. We're 5 skaters aside, and we get a stoppage just that quickly. Here we had a little. Let's take a look at this last bit, Doug.
Well, that was Stoll coming off the edge there. Yep, Lamoureux coming out, gloving. He's got a nice hand, nice glove there. One of the gophers who's really had a good night so far is Mr. Stoll. He's been really strong in the corners, getting shots. Oposo's with another one. That line's been taken on the big line here, the dot line.
Oshie wins that faceoff. Boom, big hit by Ryan Stoa. And then another by Ryan Duncan on the far side of the rink. It bounces right back to Duncan, and the little guy darts up ice.
I would think this period will be settled now. Will be quite as frenzied as the last. Those guys running all over the place.
Kyle Oposo throws it in from the blue line. Now tries to slip past Taylor Chorney. Oposo gets the loose puck. Tries to get it back to the point. Can't do it. Taves takes it away. Jonathan Taves to center ice. Right side pass. Matt Watkins shooting, and he fired it right into the skate of Mike Vanelli. Actually, Alex Goligoski. From center ice, it slipped down the rink by Evan Kaufman.
Nice dump of the puck by Kaufman. The line shifting here.
Long pass. Where? To nobody. Ice.
Well, there's going to be a middle ice thing here. I think there's a disagreement as to what should have happened. One AR is waving it off. The other one's...
I just wanted a moment of your time here, sir, to mention that we had a very slight delay here to get this thing started. It reminded me that here in the month of March, there are 41 hockey games to be played at the Xcel Energy Center. To have a slight delay like that is pretty much an anomaly.
Yeah, they do a great job. Frank, there was a one AR called it off, one called it on, and that's why there was a little confusion there on the icing.
Porter gets it out of the zone off the glass, and it's back out at center ice. 2-on-2. Wheeler brings it in. Now 3-on-2. And it's shut down neatly by Robbie Bina. I think the checking in this game, not the body checks, but the strategic checking has been outstanding on both sides.
Well-coached clubs.
Here's a shot by Ben Gordon that goes high and wide. And then Peltier got blasted hard by Porter. Wheeler behind the net. Bina takes it away. And the outlet pass by Chris Vandevelde to center ice. One man is back. Watkins trying to do a dance and then slides one in on Jeff Frazee.
He should have shot the puck. There's no question. Used the defensive as a screen. Said he was still dangling at the top of the circle. You don't have much chance of getting on the D at that point. Watch Watkins here now. He's got a chance, you know, a small chance of beating Johnson. The big pillar sticks about 4 feet down his arm. He's got 20 foot of reach.
And Watkins is only 5'10".
Take the screen. Take the percentage play.
At the line, here's Genoway shooting. It's off a skate. Now Dave Fisher is jammed up by Kite. Carmen joins the fray. Kozak after the puck. The Gophers break out to center. And it's brought in by Carmen. Tipped away by Genoway. And Tate Genoway chasing now into the corner. Genoway, we are told, is his preferred pronunciation of his last name. His older brother, Colby, used Genoway. Genoway did. But Che, which is really short for Charles, prefers Genoway.
Non-call there by Shepard.
And a backhand try here. Frazee makes the big save on Kozak. Here's Lucia with the loose puck. From center ice, he'll throw it in. And a whistle.
Boys, they were tired. Minnesota's line was tired. It moved in there pretty strongly. Nice little save here. Now watch, come out. Watch Priest come out and pass the puck here. Whoop. See him? Come out and start that rush. Nice as Lucia. I mean, that means your head is in the game. When you know the other things are going on, no shots being taken, but your visual, your perceptions tell you you've got a wide open guy on the left. Take him. That's you're sharp when you're doing those things.
Lee is jammed up by Minnesota's Tom Pohl. That's the first time we call his name tonight, and we harken back to a statement that you heard from Don Lucia at the very beginning of the evening, saying that we have all 18 healthy skaters playing tonight. And that's because Mike Howe was injured last night. R.J. Anderson for Minnesota injured last weekend. Both of them are questionable for NCAA play next week.
Minnesota's done a really good job of breaking out. They've turned the transition of the game pretty well. From their end back from the neutral zone, they're carrying the play for the better part of the game.
Ostrom trying to slip through a check, gets it back to Alex Goligoski, who can only poke at it, then elects to go back into a defensive posture. Lee gets it to center ice. This is Radke. He'll dump it in, and all 5 North Dakota players change on the fly. It's tipped ahead by Pohl. Kaufman brings it in, but he'll have to eat it there for a while because the other 4 Golden Gophers are also in the process of changing. Now it's dished by Oshie to Duncan. Drops it back for Tage. Cuts and shoots, and that shot is deflected off the glass. And again, Minnesota's coverage is very good. There'll be a delayed penalty on North Dakota here. One Gopher is slow in getting up in the corner.
And Duncan's going to rest. Oh, I'm sorry, Chorney. No, I'm going to get it right. Taves. I got her this time. A little interference in the corner down below. Come in here. Boom. Can't do that, man. Didn't have the puck. That's why I thought it was 18 or 16 to begin with. But it was Taves coming in. One of the few rushes this line has had coming down the rink. They didn't quite exercise anything. That shot on goal. A little secret. That's a football, guys. They're reading your lips there, Kerry.
5th power play of the game for Minnesota. Only 4 shots on goal, as you see. My bad. 1 shot on goal and 4 chances. This is Wheeler. Benelli. Now Goligoski. And Benelli again. Up front are Wheeler, Barabal, and Gordon. Barabal. And a whistle. And in the crease, I bet.
Yep. Now see what happened.
Oh, no. Cross check. It'll be Ben Gordon who's going to go off.
I think that's part of learning, though. When you get a power play, you got to
lay off, right?
Lay off. You got to, if you're near the crease, you're going to get called. If you're a little poke check or a little cross check, as compared to what was going on in the first period, that was kind of like a kiss on the cheek.
Something like that, yeah.
It surprised me, I'll tell you.
Van de Velde in for the face-off against Carmen. Will be 4 skaters aside for a little more than 90 seconds. Minnesota nothing, North Dakota nothing. Genoway drives it in. And Frazee left it for Johnson. Now to Carmen. Two fighting Sioux converge on him. One of them is Watkins, who can't get rid of it cleanly, but battles to get it back to the defense. Genoway ahead to Bina. Bina got it in. Watkins shoots one that gets deflected to the corner. And now off the boards, intended for Kaufman, but it hit one of the ARs and back to Eric Johnson.
One of the 3-on-2 up-man rushes the first period hit a referee as well. Same spot.
This is Carmen. Carmen tried to put it in the middle. Oh, she got a piece of it. Swooping across to get it is Johnson, who shoots one right on. Rebound is cleared away, but not out. Here's a drive by Peltier wide of the target, and it bounces right in front of the net.
I think it came right over the top.
Peltier again on the near side. Can he get a piece of it? No, she gets the best of it ahead to Duncan. Duncan and Genoway. Genoway shooting. That's right on. And Frazee at the lip of the crease to make the save. Championship game at the Xcel Energy Center. Minnesota, North Dakota, 0-0. Are showing tonight thus far through 25 minutes and 23 seconds that they're not going to get embarrassed. This has been a well-played game, both sides. We are 4 skaters aside right now for another half minute or so as Jade Barabal slips it into the North Dakota end. Paddled around by the goaltender Lamoureux. And now here's Porter. And a reach for Watkins, who brings it in and gets a shot off, but it goes to the corner. Kozak there, number 10 for the North Dakota Fighting Sioux. Frazee, the goaltender for Jade Barabal, took his time, got it in the air to Blake Wheeler. He battles to bring it in, out, then back in. The penalty is over, and they are stripped of the puck. That was Kozak with the play at the line. Now Taves. He is slowed up a little bit by a whack by Vanelli and a near steal by Barabal, who goes off on a change. But Oshie comes back in. And the pass back for Duncan misfires.
Got to shoot the puck, Oshie. Got to shoot the puck. That's one of the troubles you have when you have 3 good individual players. Sometimes they get too cute.
Robbie Bina gets it in. All penalties have expired. 5 skaters aside. 6.5 minutes into the second period. Back to the line. Finley rains and fires a bullet. Rebound. Never came. Great D there by Goligoski. Bina threw a screen. That's blocked. Here's a backhand by Taves. And the save made by Frazee. Finley with the interception. Duncan in the corner. Matched there by Vanelli. Oshie gets it, but he
had their best shift. But Taves had a couple of chances. One in particular was pretty good. Bina gets the puck in here. Watch Taves with the good feet, the good hands. He'll get a chance to shovel it over. Actually gets a shot on goal. That leg save that Frazee made just earlier was his best save. Came across and controlled that puck as well.
Mike Carmen comes in for this face-off against Ryland Kite.
Line of Kite, Fabian, and Kozak. Pretty good line. Not a lot of goals, but there's some grinders, some example goals. 14 as a unit.
Justin Boostrom dancing around, watched by Genoway. Boostrom hauls it around. Shack shoots for the deflection by Paul, and Paul is knocked down. A wraparound try, that won't work. And North Dakota to center ice, 2-on-2. Kozak gets a drop pass at the line for Fabian, then shot way high.
Fabian was really a factor in Minneapolis in January.
Here comes Paul, Minnesota's 4th line, which nearly bought the game's first goal moments ago. For Tom Paul, that would have been his first of the season. Knocked around, Lucia got clobbered pretty hard on that hit by Fabian, number 21. They're pinned there now by Zach Jones. Fabian gets the puck. Fabian to center ice, and he'll nurse it into the Minnesota end. Derek Peltier behind the net. Chip to center ice by Carmen. Lucia throws it back for the defenseman Johnson, who brings it in. Johnson shadowing to the goal. He slipped one through Lamoureux for the first goal of the game.
Well, the big guys, let's listen to this crowd here, get an idea what happened. But it really went through the legs. Shot on goal, never a bad play. Picks that puck up in the neutral zone. Watch him accelerate. Decides he's going to take a shot. Slips in there. That's a soft goal. But it counts 1. Zajac couldn't quite catch up with him. I don't know what happened to Lamoureux on that. watch a little closer. Oh, sure, it made that 5-hole.
Eric Johnson from Lucia and Carmen at 8:26. Fourth goal of the season for the Minnesota first-round pick freshman defenseman.
If it goes in like that from 30 feet, it means you collapse too early. If he just stands up straight and erect, he takes the puck between his pads, there's no problem.
Bouncing puck to center ice, brought in by Matt Watkins. Now, will that be the only scoring we see for a while? Will it perhaps open floodgates at either or both ends of the rink? There's been a very tight checking game, an extremely well-played game both sides. In the slot, Watkins shot it a good foot wide, maybe more. Bear ball trapped by Watkins, far side, battles to get it to center. Wheeler patiently waits and gets it to Gordon. Gordon chased outside by Bean, a nice defensive play there. And a big hit on the near boards by Jay Barabal. Now Bina bringing it back in. Across for Duncan, that high shot. Caught Frazee up high, then hits the netting. We waited a long time for the first goal in this game. More than 28 minutes, Eric Johnson would get it.
Eric Johnson starts the scoring for the Gophers 1-0 here in the second period, and we are joined by Bob Duncan, the father of Ryan Duncan for the University of North Dakota. How much fun have you had watching him play so far in his college career?
Oh, it's been amazing for me. I live in Calgary, and I go to most of the home games. My wife and I, we fly from Calgary to Winnipeg and rent a car and go down and watch a lot of the games, and it's awfully exciting for me.
You played some college hockey, too, back in your day for the University of North Dakota. How do you look back on those memories and then look at what he's doing?
Well, for me, they were the best years of my life playing at the University of North Dakota. I still look back at it. And Ryan has known about the University of North Dakota since he's 5 years old, so it's been a dream for myself to have him play at the University of North Dakota.
So far in this game, when you came up here, it was scoreless, and that might have been bad luck for it because Minnesota went up. But your assessment so far of this game?
Well, I think the game is very even right now, and they got a break on their first goal, and we're just going to have to fight back and come back.
All right, thanks for your time. We appreciate you joining us, and enjoy the rest of the game.
Thanks very much, Ron.
All right, okay. Guys?
RJ, thank you for tracking down Bob Duncan. He lettered at UND between 1968 and 1971, so four letters there, actually. No, we'll go back to 3 because freshmen were ineligible. But then young son Ryan Duncan was an 03-04 member of the Shattuck St. Mary's team, which won the National Midget Championship in the United States.
He played a year center down there at Shattuck, playing wing here. It Taves in the middle.
Here's a quick shot that Lemereau turns away. Another shallow angle, deep zone shot, this time by Ryan Flynn. Not far from the spot where Eric Johnson scored the only goal of this game. Now Mike Carmen and is back out at center ice. And Minnesota very much in control here, Doug, I think, of period 2.
Yeah, I'd agree kind of generally because they've not turned the puck over, haven't given them any good chances. They haven't generated much, partly because their power play has been sick.
And this puck over the glass, and it leaves the rink.
And part of that's due to the good play of the Sioux. The Sioux just can't quite in rhythm. I think with the penalties have dislodged their rhythm. They haven't been able to get except for one shift where the dot line has been really a difference maker. They've been killing penalties. Oshie and Taves in particular. They're just not in rhythm as a line. And that line, regardless of the great success that Vandeville had yesterday in Porter and Watkins, they aren't the difference makers.
Here's Pohl and Brad Miller jostling. Bottom of the screen. Oh, a little wishbone action there.
Brad Miller, they'll kind of quiet. Got 10 goals, but he certainly hasn't been much of a factor in this tournament so far. He's going to go 4. Okay, 4-4.
I fully expected coming into this game that North Dakota would initiate most of the physical play, most of the body contact, and I would say that it's been at least 50-50. I'm personally surprised that Minnesota has initiated as much physical play as they have.
Well, remember, Minnesota's physical play has been grinded out a little bit, but they've also popped some guys. What's happened, North Dakota's not been able to keep the puck in Minnesota's end, not been able to drive those Minnesota defensemen into the glass and into the boards, partly due to the power plays that they've had, and also the good breakouts when they're 5-on-5.
Chris Porter, who I've really enjoyed watching through a game and a half, has the new WCHA record, the Ironman record, playing tonight in his 172nd consecutive game. John Johansson, Cal Elfring previously held the record, 171.
Frankie played in Thunder Bay. He learned how to be a physical player there. No candies come from there.
Here's Ben Gordon to center ice. And Robbie Bina gets it. It's off a skate. Out to center ice. Van de Velde catches it, brings it in with Porter. And now it's swept away by Peltier. Porter waiting for it, has it, and nice coverage there by Derek Peltier. Eric Johnson after it. And in the 2-on-2, Porter gets the puck, but not very much real estate to work with. Nice job of watching him. Now Gophers trying for a penalty here as Frazee makes a save in heavy traffic. Eric Johnson grabs the puck. He's going to go. He closed his hand on it. And Derek Shepard is getting an earful again from Ben Gordon. Well, you know, you can throw it, but you can't close your hand on it. You can't wrap your fingers around it.
You can swat it. You can't catch it, pick it up and throw it. But here's what happens. He gets upset because he doesn't have a stick. The reason he doesn't have a stick is because he got chopped out of the corner. He spent half that last part of that shift complaining to the referee he didn't have a stick. So, you know, Shepard didn't call it initially. He wasn't going to change his mind. You have to get back into play. Mental lapse here by the young kid. You know, can't play very well without a stick, but the referee's not going to change his call while the play's going on. This is a good chance for a power play because it's 4-on-3. It's extensive one, almost a full minute. You get your best players. Got Chorney who can deliver the mail, and all three of those guys up front, the dot boys, they're going to have a real big draw here by Minnesota. And Taves was big-time drawer last period. He loses the key one.
We've got another 55 seconds of this 4-on-3 situation, and then go back to 5-on-4. As Mike Finelli gets rid of it.
Not a very good job. You don't want to be dumping the puck. When you got a power play 4-on-3, you want to carry that puck in the zone. You can see what happens when you don't do it.
Far side of the rink, and it's brought in by Taves. Chorney, Oshie, and Duncan are all out there. 3 forwards here, and 1 defenseman. That's Chorney. Duncan shooting. He shot it high and wide off the glass. And a gritty play there by Ryan Stoa to get it out of the zone. Oshie bringing it back for the Fighting Sioux. Hits the line with Duncan. What defense from behind by Stoa. Duncan down low. Now finds Oshie. To Taves in front, but that's intercepted and shot out of there by Ryan Stoa. Pretty good kill single-handedly by Ryan Stoa.
Well, that whole group down there, they run through a couple different guys. Did a great job so far. Now it's a 5-on-4 situation. A little bit tougher for the offense.
Pole and Miller are out of the box. Here's Miller with the puck. Pole has gone to the bench. Bina in a crowd. Lost it. Nearly cost an odd man rush there. But the Gophers couldn't get their hands on the puck. Down low for Porter and Frazee. Another big save. A pop by Lucia. Into Miller, which dislodged the goal.
I think you probably find one of each team here.
I would think so.
Maybe not. Maybe just Lucia.
Cross-check Lucia. That will be the only one.
Nice job by goaltender Frazee.
Yep. Wasn't even a cross-check. Not saying it wasn't a penalty, but it wasn't a cross-check.
Well, the real challenge is now you got another situation, 35 seconds, and you think you're going to see the dot line guys? Yes, you're going to see the boys, Taves, Oshie, Duncan. Well, this is a character builder.
Draw back to Bina. They go back across to Chorney, and now to Bina, to Chorney again. Robbie Bina. Chorney right in front. Oh, and a play by Oposo, who could just as easily have tipped it in, but he steered it to the corner. Still not out of the zone, however. A 2-man advantage. A shot in the goal. Chorney to tie.
Yeah, he picked that corner. I tell you, nothing wrong with that 5-on-3 either. They had good numbers down low. They had a nice 3 across. They had some options. Chorney got it in the middle. Walston, tell you, that's a tough thing to defend. 5-on-3 with a good shooter. Watch Bina slide over. Chorney, nice. I mean, that thing was destined for the upper corner. Chorney was a Hastings Bantam, then went to Shattuck, then obviously matriculated to North Dakota. 8th goal of the season, so it's not new to him. Now we're still in the power play with minute 32.
A double dose there of bad news for the Gophers. First Eric Johnson delay game, then Lucia cross-checking. 5-on-4 advantage in a 1-1 game. Here is a one-timer by Getaway. That gets deflected, and about a 90-degree turn by Porter there on the deflection, but it missed the net.
Boy, he thought he had one there, too. And a great shot from the point. Nice tip. At that big Porter in front of the net, 210 pounds, 6'2". Hard to move. Nobody could.
Fired to the near side, brought in by Oshie. Back high slot, a one-timer by Lee, misses everything. And the next goal in this game will be critical. Down to less than 6 minutes left in the second period. Knocked down by Porter. He plays it in for Taves, who is jammed up by Shack. Given some rough treatment. The Fighting Sioux change. The change apparently made cleanly. Here's Chorney hammering away again. Rebound loose in front. Now Lee gets it. Chorney once more. Nearly lost the puck. Shack poking at it. Now Oshie in a backhand in front. That deflection goes wide. That was Porter. Loose puck to Carmen, and he gets rid of it.
Well, Minnesota fans would have come out of their seats if North Dakota would have scored. It was too many men on the ice situation where the Sioux player came out before the player came on. Come back onto the bench.
Wraparound try here won't work as Eric Johnson plugs up Oshie. Lucia out of the penalty box, 5 skaters aside. Less than 5 minutes to go, second period. Back at the line, Zach Jones shooting. That was deflected early on. 3 Gophers bring it to center. Wheeler at the line, and they're offside. That little slow-up check there caused Lucia to go in. Well, the Fighting Sioux celebrating on a power play goal by Chorney.
Welcome back. Minnesota and North Dakota tied at 1 in the title game of the WCHA Final 5. We're joined by Gophers assistant Mike Genzel. Talk about the efficiency of your defensemen's breakouts through the first almost 2 periods here.
Well, I think they're doing real well right now. I mean, we've had 2 shifts where we've gotten pinned in right now in this game against the big line, but for the most part, our guys have moved the puck up the rink and done a good job.
Thanks for your time and good luck.
Thank you.
Guys, that's Mike Genzel. I think the Gophers defensemen look as good as they've looked all year long at their breakout decisions.
A great chance down low for the Gophers. Ben Gordon from a shallow angle, nearly the same spot that Eric Johnson fired, and the Gophers have the lead again.
Well, he's 1 for 2. Watch Wheeler move in here, get the loose puck. He'll find Gordon coming in the high slot. Caught the short corner. Tell you, when you're in the offensive zone, much better things happen. Wheeler's hot right now. Got a 3 goals yesterday. Gordon missed that same shot. Went high and wide earlier in this period. Boy, Minnesota jumped back. That's a huge emotional goal. And an American one as well.
2 minutes and 12 seconds after the power play goal by Chorney. Ben Gordon gets Minnesota back up by 1. Icing waved off here. It's played around. And in a tangle of skates. Here's a backhand play by Tom Pole to get it out of the zone. Does not reach the goal line with any authority and no icing.
Sometimes as a coach, you got an option here to come back with your number 1s. You get some emotion, go with the goal. Rather than maybe come with your 4th, come back with your 1st. Try to use that extra momentum to catapult you to another one.
Gordon from Wheeler and Benelli, the official scoring on Ben Gordon's 12th goal of the season, icing here against the Fighting Sioux. Eric Johnson, Taylor Chorney, Ben Gordon to finish. 3 goals this period. Nearly double his regular season per game production. He got the game-winning goal yesterday, and he assists right now in what is the go-ahead goal, the Ben Gordon goal here in the second period. Bouncing in this on a bouncing puck again. And it was a big problem there for Brian Lee. Gophers keep it in the zone. Malagoski up the middle for Oposo. That shot was blocked, and now here comes Oshie. With 2 teammates, Taves to the corner for a pass or shot. I think it was a shot that got deflected. Turned out to be a pass for Duncan.
Well, when you get that big line coming down at you, you take a wide pass missing anytime.
That has just danger. Bells are going off all over the rink when those three guys come up the rink together.
Yes, they can make it happen. A little too cute by Oshie, don't behind the back, though. Don't careful that is protect the D. Don't be playing cutesy with them.
Out from center ice, Duncan to flip it in. And Frazier's pass hit Goligoski, and that had bells going off all over the place, too.
That was creative.
Goligoski ran into another check, and then from center ice, Kaufman backhands it in. Porter brings it back the other direction, lines and fires, tried to fire a screen through Peltier, but Peltier made the block. Now Evan Kaufman picks himself up off the slot. Porter behind the net. Peltier got the loose puck, drives it around. Gordon fighting to get it out of the zone. Nurses it ahead. A nice backhand pass. This is Kaufman. And then the Green Wave is back there to defend. Nowhere to go with it. Eric Johnson a shot. That comes off a skate. Getaway tries to get it out. That hits Barabal. Then it caroms over to Porter. 2 minutes left to go, second period. Porter into the Minnesota end. Was checked. Forces the turnover. Peltier ahead. Barabal to Wheeler. Wheeler to the net. He's hauled down. There'll be a penalty.
I tell you, that's a good play by the Golden Gophers.
And the big man, Blake Wheeler, is stung.
Tell you what, he's really playing. He's having his best series of the year. Oh, look at this here. Look at this here.
Now he wants a little piece of action, too, and he'll be pulled away by Joe Finley, but that's not who he was going after. Barabal and Getaway were verbally going at one another, and then Wheeler looked like he wanted to grab Getaway.
Now, if there's initial creativity for this penalty, instigated what I'm trying to come up with, okay? You've got a situation where Finley comes up and grabs Blake Wheeler. This is an interesting thing here. Now, it goes right to the net. Kai takes his walk in, and that's all fine. You know, he gets his head banged a little bit, but he's going to get back up. That's the slash that was a call initially. That's fine. Then he gets up eventually, and somebody takes a run at Barabal. Barabal just standing, so Wheeler comes over to help, and then Finley comes and hog ties him, brings him down. It'll be interesting what Shepard calls on here. He can go anywhere from a one minor in the suit to double.
Right now, Doug, 3 players from North Dakota are in the penalty box. The door is not closed yet, so I don't know if Finley will stay in or not. Barabal and Wheeler are in for Minnesota. That's Wheeler on the left, Jay Barabal on the right. And Finley, Getaway, and Kipe are in for the Fighting Sioux. So extra minor up on the board right now to Ryland Kipe.
And that was the initial slash, so all the retaliation and instigation of physical play goes either rewarded. That's pretty consistent.
And number 5,
Jamie
Jay
Verbrugge
to
fill us in.
for roughing. To Minnesota, number 17, Blake Wheeler, and number 26, Jay Barabal, 2 minutes each for roughing.
Not an equal.
17, Kipe for the Sioux, 2 minutes for
There's a
slashing.
chance that is turned aside by Lamoureux. The extra minor penalty to Kipe for slashing is 4 on 3. Here's Oposo cutting, gets another chance, and shot gets deflected high. 90 seconds to go, second period. All of the scoring in this game in this period. And power play now for the Golden Gophers. There's 6. Puck kept in. This is Peltier. Stoa in the goal crease, and Lamoureux holds on.
Here's a case where Minnesota did not get an equal change in value here on the penalties. They lose their top 2 guys in power play for Finley and Kipe. Both good players, but not critical special team players. Here's a nice little pass in front by Stoa, trying to catch Oposo going through there. Tough angle shot. Lamoureux does a good job of controlling that. That's not an easy play for him. He's got traffic. He's got people coming. Big save by the goaltender.
Those minor penalties were called at 18-12. If necessary, well, the coincidental anyway will for sure carry over to the third period. And right from the faceoff, Carmen puts it on goal. Goligoski shoots. That gets deflected wide. Now Lucia. Left point, Benelli. Right point, Goligoski. Benelli again. Goligoski with less than a minute to go. Down low for Carmen. Carter winds and fires. Big block up high. Benelli shooting. Rebound in front. Here's a jam in by Flynn for a power play goal.
North Dakota couldn't handle the big guys in front. Nice puck movement by Minnesota defense. Well, they moved that biscuit pretty good. That's Big Flynn. He's had a great night defensively. Look at him in front here. Occupies space, gets people involved. Bina can't handle him. He's just too big and too strong. Good effort by WCHA. Dove in there, opened up the play. Benelli creates something. Tell you, Flynn been a dominant factor in this series. He's the one big guy Minnesota's had that hasn't been quite as noticeable as he's been here the last 2 nights. Look at WCHA give his best to get there.
You were very high yesterday, Doug, on Ryan Flynn, who now gets the 6th goal of the season. It's a power play goal for Flynn. I would suspect that he does not have many power play goals. You'll look at the overhead. This goal is being reviewed.
Does he bother the goaltender? Only because he takes away his sight lines. Did he get in his way in terms of pushing him? No.
Well, WCHA may have interfered with the goaltender. But was he cross-checked in?
Now Shepard has to make a call here before he drops the puck. He cannot. He's called it a goal.
And every goal is reviewed here automatically. And now from in the net, here's Lamoureux going after it. And WCHA trying to play the puck.
Does he make contact with the puck with his stick? I think he did. Then it bounced back out, and then Flynn got a shot at it. So he makes contact with the puck.
It's so far from what we've seen, I would say a good goal. Are you saying that also?
Yeah, I am. I'm saying it's action at the crease. Nobody pushes him. Bina gets out muscled. WCHA goes for a loose puck.
He missed.
He missed it. Well, wow, I don't know what the technical call is there.
No goal.
Yep. Okay, the breaks are going back and forth here. North Dakota grabs a break. Minnesota doesn't. Vice versa. Here's the play here. 22-inch Flynn. He's going to eventually score. But WCHA didn't hit the puck, so he can't go diving in the goaltender.
Right.
So now is he going to call interference?
Well, I don't know. Are you looking for a penalty there on Zach Jones on the left?
No, I'm looking for Minnesota's 12.
Oh, I see. Oh, Lordy. All right.
That appeared to be the right call.
I think you're right. 1909 will be the mark on this one of a no goal. And we're back to 2-1. Actually, we never left 2-1, did we?
We had an arm go up.
Jeff Frazee will have to play this one, and he does.
Well, he's been quiet. Nothing much going on down to that end, at least for the first 2 periods.
45 seconds on the power play, and it's off Lee in front of his own net. Lee gave it away to Kaufman. Kaufman jammed up, got it to the line. Peltier across. Johnson back to Peltier. Now the dish to Kaufman. Wrist shot. Lamoureux the save. Rebound. Stoa. And it's punched out of there to the near corner. 13 seconds in the period. Kaufman to the corner. Back to the point for a one-timer by Peltier. Oposo the wraparound. And Lamoureux is there to cover.
I don't remember too many years where Minnesota's forwards were out muscling the Green D.
Put a punctuation mark on that statement, Doug.
Look at Stoa just battling there, battling. Postal coming in from behind, keeping the puck in. I mean, the intensity of the play has been more in front of Lamoureux than any other place in the rink.
Minnesota has had 7 shots on goal on this power play. That's noteworthy in and of itself.
In recent memory, the Commodores, the Greens, the Joneses, I mean, you just couldn't get through the picket fence to get a rebound. Minnesota is penetrating the D here tonight, and that's a very big thing for them.
Puck goes into the corner. Oposo puts it in front, but it's off escape. 13 seconds of power play will carry over to the 3rd period.
Ryan Stoa got it right up around, I don't know, it was Zajak's neck or what, but it was a high clothesline here. Watch this. It was TJ.
The Fighting Sioux come into the game, Doug, with the 3rd highest penalty minutes per game in the WCHA at 19 minutes. which ranks them 15 in the country there. This call goes the other way on the hook to Ryan Stoa, where the Golden Gophers in the conference are ranked number, I'm sorry. I'll need to find that number for you.
While you're doing that, I'm going to
number 7 in the conference.
Okay, listen to the power play. I want to make a comment on that, okay? And the number of penalties.
A long blast here goes wide by Genoway. Off a couple of sticks and finally shoveled by Mike Carmen out.
Now, here's what I don't think it's so important where you rank. It's how you go head-to-head with people. You could be up by 100 minutes, but it doesn't make a difference. You're equal with the team you play against.
Okay, that's the point. In other words, if you're involved in a lot of tough games where penalty minutes are going to be high, if it's physical,
yeah,
your number,
you're going to be up, but it might be the same as the other guy. I mean, that referees have a tendency to know when one team has had 5 and the other team's had 1. They kind of bring it back, and I say they have discretion of calls.
Here's Kyle Oposo trying to go between the legs of the defenseman down there. That's Brian Lee. And now out at center ice, Derek Peltier to play it to the line. That hop loose. Now Genoway had his pocket picked by Oposo, who battles but lost it just before he hit the blue line. And TJ Oshie with it for the Fighting Sioux.
It's good to be able to be strong, but you got to be smart. Last night, Oposo turned too many pucks over the blue line. He did again there.
Oshie assisted on North Dakota's only goal of this game. Here's Chorney going down low. Duncan shoots and scores! He sniped that one, and we're tied at 2.
That guy could find a needle in a haystack. Little pinhole, he can find it. I've seen that angle shot a half a dozen times from him. He's got about 20-degree angle, and he gets it up the inside shoulder. Now you say, did the goalie go down too soon? I think he just riffs him so quickly. Nice pass across. Puck's moved out across the seam here, which is beautiful. I mean, it was just an absolute beautiful shot. But yeah, he moved enough to the middle to make a little change. I thought he took the bad angle shot to begin with. But that is a tying school record here. 17 power play goals for this guy. A lot of guys don't get 17 in their career.
Ryan Duncan, his 30th goal of the season, 17th on the power play. And we're tied at 2 here in the third period of the championship game.
I'm glad it came on a good call, good penalty. Absolutely no reason to doubt that. This is going to be a good finish.
Genoway stripped of the puck by Ben Gordon. Genoway gets it back. Battles to get it up the near side. Now out to center ice. Watkins to make that Kozak, bringing it into the Minnesota end. Puts it right in front. It got deflected a couple of times. I heard that hit, Doug, but didn't see it.
I was watching the tentativeness of Vanelli, whether he was going to get that loose puck or not. Minnesota has had some problems when they play in their own end. They've got to get back playing 5-on-5, keep the pressure on the Sioux if they can.
Porter tips it down the rink. It's good, as you can hear. Butch Mousseau calling out. He's one of the ARs. Now Mike Vanelli to center ice. Got it to Tony Lucia. Hits the North Dakota line. 4 green jerseys back defending. Dino with the big pop on the far side. Porter bringing it back into the Minnesota end. The shot broken up by Dave Fisher. Vandevelde behind the net. He's covered right now by Ryan Schack. And Ryan Flynn to the line for Lucia. As he tried to thread one through to Mike Carmen, it was deflected. Carmen puts it in front for Flynn. Batted around by Fisher. Taken away behind the net by Chorney. He skates it to center, throws it right side, where Brad Miller dumps it in. Miller in on the forecheck as the rest of the teammates change. Darcy Zajac puts one through the crease.
Here come the Sioux. They're moving.
Yes, they are. Good catch there, Doug. And now Flynn has to ice it to relieve pressure.
Sioux have picked up the pace. That goal, of course, a big goal for them. They got to start them off early in this period. But you know that they weren't going to die easily. Too much pride, too many banners hung for a reason. They compete, and I think it's one of the reasons they didn't have such a great start pre-Christmas. Maybe a little bit overconfident with the ability and not enough hard work, not enough finishing games, having a little trouble in goal. All those ills have been cured, and this is a good hockey club. Very, very good hockey club.
No two teams have more players in the National Hockey League draft than these two. No two teams lost more quality sophomore players and underclassmen in the offseason than these two teams.
Stafford, Parisi.
Here's a launch shot by Zach Jones, and it's right on, and Jeff Frazee cradles the puck and holds on.
Zajak's brother. I mean, we're going on and on and on. Stafford, holy smokes.
Jordan Parisi, Matt Smaby, Rastislav Spirko, Drew Stafford, Travis Zajac. That's just on the North Dakota side. Here's Ryan Duncan, a finalist for the Hobie Baker Award. And on the Minnesota side, Ryan Patulli, Danny Ehrman, Chris Chucko, Phil Kessel. That's a lot of players to have been lost last year.
Wish Duncan good luck with the Hobie. It may be a little tough because he's had this breakout season. If he'd had 28 goals last year, we'll sort of back it up, but his points might be on the marginal side. Certainly a character and quality player. Great candidate.
Back at the line, a long shot by Chorney off the glass. Oshie playing it to the corner, now around behind the net. Oshie trying to flip it around. And it's hauled out by Oposo. Stoa to Oposo. Dancing there with Lee. Hangs onto the puck. Fired it in the middle. And it's wrapped away and wrapped down the rink by T.J. Oshie.
Oposo's so strong, he gets a little bit overconfident, but standing still and holding the puck, he can ward off a couple. But eventually people shut you down. If they don't shut you down, they shut down your receivers.
Justin Boostrom from Minnesota driving it in. Lamoureux got a piece of the stick on it. Loose puck now in the corner for Jim O'Brien for Minnesota. Top pole goes down. There'll be a penalty. Finley without a stick might be the evidence laying there on the ice. Ryan Duncan, 17 power play goals and a tie game.
On here in the third period, all tied up at 2 in the championship game of the Red Baron WCHA Final 5. We're happy to be joined by Twins president Dave St. Peter, and I don't know how many people can see the shirt you have on, but that is Twins territory in North Dakota, so you'll get a pass, I think, from the Gopher fans. But just what kind of hockey fan are you?
Huge hockey. It's the one sport I allow myself to be just a total fan of. It's a family affair. I've got a Gopher fan, a Badger fan, and a couple Sioux fans in the household, so we love the WCHA Final 5. It's just great activity for the upper Midwest.
We're all getting excited for the Twins season. They're still down in Florida, but the question up north is what's the situation with the land for the stadium?
Well, progress is being made, Ron. There's a lot of people working around the clock. I'm optimistic that in the very near future, we'll be able to unveil those stadium plans and get on with the building of the ballpark.
All right, we look forward to it. Thanks for your time. Enjoy the rest of the game.
All right, Ron. Thanks.
Bye, guys.
Ron Johnson, thank you very much. And with that appearance by Dave St. Peter, reminds us of baseball and last season as well. Our congratulations to you. We're going to work this in as quickly as we can as Dave Fisher shoots wide. To you and our producer, Chris Withers, for the honor you received in the last week from the Cable Television Association, the prestigious Beacon Award for your coverage of Minnesota troops in Iraq. The Beacon Award to Chris Withers and Ron Johnson. We're proud to work with you. Wonderful. And a pleasure to work with you. Congratulations, guys.
Special deal.
Hey, guys, I really appreciate that. And I think I speak for Chris as well. We got a lot of support for everybody, so we were glad to be able to do that and really honored, and hope people think about the troops when they think about the honor that we got.
I think so. Every time I see the picture of you and Chris out there with the troops and in your garb and your khakis, yes, I remember it. Thanks. Congratulations. Here's Eric Johnson. Still 20 seconds left on the Finley penalty as Eric Johnson brings it in. 2-2 our score. And now Ryan Stoa, it's off a couple of skates. Oshie back to get it. Being given fits by Kyle Oposo. Two outstanding players right there in the corner. And Oshie gets rid of the puck all the way down the rink.
There's two guys with will and skill.
Oshie goes off. A pass to the middle for Stoa. A huge save by Lamoureux. His biggest of the game.
Oh, my gosh.
Here's Oshie. Watched by Bina. Wrap around, try, won't go, nothing. Head to the net hard. Kaufman's in, but I don't think he brought the puck with him.
No, this is a push in by Andrew Kosick. He just took and ushered Kaufman right in the net. Nothing wrong with it, but he just locked up with him. It was kind of neat. Okay, this is Oposo who had a magnificent. Look at that. That was Watkins, I guess. I thought it was number 10. It was 20. Ushered him right in. It's a check. That's a back check. Not a bad check. It's a good check. And he just took him right into the net. Boy, I tell you, Oposo was a man among boys there that shift. He controlled that puck again and again and never left him. It's like a magnet. I tell you, this kid has come to play tonight.
Mike Carmen ready to dig in for this face-off. And Chris Van de Velde opposite him. Draw to Minnesota. And then a problem at the point. That's Shack battling. Now Watkins bringing it ahead. Gets the shot off. Frazee makes a big save.
We have a tie game. It remains tie. That could have been different.
Vandevelde trying to break loose from the pack in the corner. No one's letting him out. Look at, he's outnumbered 3-1 there. And Fisher has it. Pressure in front from Watkins. He's looking on. Drop pass now. Fisher cross rink. And Miller steps up and plugs things up as he bumped into Shack. Fisher ahead to center ice. Carmen scooting in. Slips a check. Gets a shot off. Big save again by Lamoureux.
That's got to impress some people. Did me.
What a fabulous move by Carmen. Here's Lucia. Across for Carmen, and it hopped away. Actually, that's Jimmy O'Brien there now. And in the collision, 2 Gopher players down. Miller gets it to center ice. The catch by Radke, but it's knocked away from him.
And Minnesota's done a nice job of keeping the puck out of their end. It's been mostly in the Sioux's end or at middle ice, which is not... Whoa! Another almost hit.
3-on-2. It's brought in. Oshie now waiting, shooting. It's blocked. He gets it back. Oshie trying to lay it across. Held up nicely by Paul. Genoway. Oshie fires. A big block up high by Boostrom. Oshie again. And in the drive, it's cleared back to the near side. Zach Jones.
Minnesota's fourth caught in there against the big guys. Oshie and...
Here's Genoway at the point. And it scoots away on the far side from Zajac. Zajac gives a bump. The puck comes loose. Near side to Jones. He's jammed up. Now Radke behind the net. And Galagaski reaching for the puck. Nurses it over to Tom Pohl. And Pohl gets it out of the zone. Chipped at center ice. Enough at least to wave off the icing. Jones plays it ahead. Case fires it across for Duncan. Duncan chased outside first by Peltier. And then he's dropped by Peltier. Eric Johnson spinning behind the net. Taken away by Miller. He puts it in the crease. Off of Peltier's skate. And now behind the net again, this is Duncan. What a pitched battle here in the middle of the third period. Taylor Charney couldn't get it in any deeper, and it's cleared back out.
That's Sioux hockey right there. Go forecheck, work your butt off.
Barabal slips in, shooting, and Lamoureux makes the save.
Where's Charney? And
now Fisher in the corner. And as they lay it around, Charney grabs the puck, tried to flip it back to Genoway. And Wheeler in on a forecheck. Gordon waiting. Taves go down. Wheeler cuts in. Shot gets deflected to the corner.
It's your turn, my turn here. We can take it down to Minnesota and keep it there for 40 seconds. Minnesota bring it up the other end. Keep it there for half a minute. Here they come.
Duncan hands it away. Oposo brings it in. Fires it across, and it goes all the way through. Now Stoa. Oposo in the corner. And Bina behind the net. He'll have to get rid of it in a hurry. Ryan Stoa in on him. Now the outlet pass by Kozak gets deflected. And Shack from center to right foot all the way around. Oposo hurries over to keep it in. Hoffman in the corner with Oposo. Back behind the net now the Fighting Sioux. On the near side where Fabian gets jammed up as he gets it out to center. We passed the halfway point of period 3. North Dakota with the only goal in this period to tie it at 2. We will take a break in the championship game. Carmen's line is out against the Vandevelde line. And the draw to the Fighting Sioux. Charney behind his own net, getting it around for Chris Porter. Porter bringing it ahead for Vandevelde off a Minnesota skate. Then it's shoveled in at the blue line by Watkins and back out to center ice. Charney gets it again. And dumped in from center ice. They wave off the icing.
If you're looking for off left wing trap or a trap at all, you're not seeing anything here.
The shots are 8-4 in Minnesota's favor in this period. But of the 4 for North Dakota, 1 has gone in. Back at the line, a long screen shot blocked in front by Lucia. Grabbed now by Carmen, comes right up the middle of his own end. He danced earlier in the period. Now they come in 3-on-3. Carmen trying to battle his way through. Flynn right there. Here's Lucia. He was checked as he pulled the trigger. Now he shoots again. That one was off Oshie, then goes wide. Here's Eric Johnson. Through a screen, no, it won't go. Chorney flips it ahead. North Dakota out of the zone, 3-on-2. The big line brings it in. Taves right in front, and a proactive move there by Frazee. Less than 8 minutes to go. Third period, still tied at 2.
Welcome back to downtown St. Paul. North Dakota and Minnesota locked in a 2-all tie. Joined by Gophers assistant John Hill. Can you think of a better game or setting to get your players ready for the NCAAs than this one? This has been unbelievable.
No, not at all. It's been a very intense, very physical game played by two outstanding hockey teams. And, you know, for us, we're just happy our guys have put back-to-back effort together. We played hard last night against Wisconsin. We're competing again tonight against North Dakota. And it's good because we're going to have to do that from here on out.
Thanks for your time and good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.
Guys, up to you. Enjoy this one. This has been a beauty.
Kevin, thank you very much. Justin Boostrom bringing it in. Then he got dropped by Brian Lee. Kyle Oposo for Minnesota in the corner. And so is Lee. Boostrom and Oshie. Stoa and Chorney. Now Boostrom and Taves.
Oh, down but not out.
Boostrom. Stoa. Make that Oposo.
And it's Bearball's not on that line. I don't know why. It's Boostrom going in right now.
Dumped all the way down, no icing here.
I don't understand why not. Minnesota guy missed his own pass.
Joe Finley fires at the center. Off a couple of sticks. Punched ahead by Vandevelde. Now Porter. Too far for Vandevelde. Wheeler. That's blocked. He got it again. Got it to Gordon. Gordon off the glass, out of the zone. Bina has a problem. Here comes Barabal. Now Wheeler trailing. Wheeler stripped to the puck and a great play by Porter. Boy, what a weekend he's had.
Oh, he's a big, strong guy, veteran player.
Here's Goligoski. The pass gets deflected. That's what I'm talking about, Porter. Are you talking about Wheeler? Either way, I think. Hard shot by Vanelli goes wide.
I was talking about Porter, but I'll tell you, Wheeler hasn't played this well since the first weekend.
Now Vanelli. Watkins couldn't control. Vanelli again. And he threw it back into the corner. Wheeler and Bina. Bina ahead for Porter. He's jammed up by Gordon. And Minnesota grinding it out again, Doug, in the offensive zone as the Fighting Sioux have to ice it to relieve the pressure. O'Brien's line is out for Minnesota.
And you got Kaufman on that right wing, Frank, which is a little bit different.
Yeah,
that's where Boostrom was.
Right, exactly. They have juggled around there a bit, have they not? At a critical juncture, this is Tom Pohl. Back to the line for a long shot, and Lamoureux made the save. There'll be a penalty in front of the net.
And Jones.
Zach Jones is going to go. Critical time.
How about this, Frank, in front of the net? And how about Don Lucia playing his fourth line this late in the game? That was a trip, actually. I can see where he'd have a little excuse on that one. The play was already gone. But a hole is a hole, I guess. This big power play has not been good for the Gophers, but who knows? Last time they had a half a dozen shots, last power play.
0 for 7 on the power play. They've had 9 shots. 7 of those 9 have come on 1 power play opportunity. Here's Kyle Oposo, Stoa, and Kaufman up front for the faceoff.
This could be game right here, one way or the other.
Eric Johnson goes across Derek Peltier. Now Johnson again. Stoa's in front of the net. They go to Kaufman left side. Now down low, right in front for Stoa. Here's Stoa once more. In the corner where Oposo gets jammed up. This is Kaufman to the point. Peltier to Johnson. Through a screen for a deflection. Stoa, it won't go. And Oposo put it in front again.
Tony did not take Stoa out of there. He's not been able to muscle him.
Here he knocks Stoa down. Kaufman to the line for Peltier. Across for Johnson. 120 on the power play. It's kicked aside. And off the glove of Johnson. Center point Peltier. Now to Kaufman. Down low Oposo. Kaufman in front, so is Stoa. And it caroms all the way to the blue line. And again, Johnson takes advantage of the bigger offensive zone. Down low Oposo. A wraparound try. Oh, puck in the crease and it dribbles through. Off a couple of legs. Grabbed by Oshie. guns it down the rink.
But a negative here. Oshie had a killed penalty, so did Taves. You got your 2 stars. Killing penalties, preventing rather than, I'm not saying it's the wrong thing, but you can tell what I'm trying to get at.
But they do that regularly anyway. And as it's brought in, Barabol to the corner with Finley. Wheeler digging in. Dina trying to get a piece of it. Good scrum going on here. Barabol puts his nose down, gets it along the rail, but not very far. Wheeler, shallow angle. To the point, neatly Goligoski. Wide open is Vanelli. Waiting, Goligoski. Wrist shot! Off a leg and goes wide. Man in the crease.
Yeah, no stick by Finley. He's got about a 49-footer there. He's going to bend over and get. That thing reaches from here to Minneapolis, for crying out loud.
A breather here, folks. Our DQ Cup trivia question for tonight. Which team has the most Final 5 championship titles? Think on it a while.
I did.
Carmen ready for the face-off. Ryland Kipe is there for the Fighting Sioux outside the zone.
Penalty is 14 seconds left on that. That's pretty much out of the bag. This is going to be 4 minutes or less, Frank. Will they play blue line to blue line, or will they just keep going like they have been?
Oh, Goligoski overskates the puck, then Kipe lost his footing out at center ice.
Yeah, he sure did.
Did he get tripped?
He had Goligoski's stick in his blade.
Jones out of the box. 5 skaters aside. Carmen brings it in. Puts one through the crease way wide of the target. Lucia reaches for it, keeps it in. Right corner, Mike Carmen. Getaway has him jammed up. Carmen digs loose. Now Lucia in a crowd. Flynn helping out. Flynn to Goligoski. 3.5 to go regulation. Here's a shot by Vanelli that goes wide. Kite off the rail. Blocked by Vanelli. Battle to get it at center. Zajac gets a piece of it. Flynn tries to work it in, and it's offside at the line. Now 3:10 officially to go in a tied third period championship game. Our DQ Cup trivia question, which team has the most Final 5 championship titles? It's the University of Minnesota with 5. North Dakota, Denver have 3 each. Wisconsin with 2. St. Cloud State with 1. Mike Vidnovic, our statistician. Jim Pellinger, our stage manager. Thank you, gentlemen, for your work up here tonight and this weekend.
Wonderful. Here comes the big line.
Jonathan Taves. 3 Gophers back defending. Here's a shot by Finley. Hasn't been much offense in the zone to our left here in this period. Here's a shot that comes through everybody.
If he had her down, he had her in. Got her up in the air, got her in a jet stream.
Only 4 North Dakota shots on goal in this period. Still, but only but one of those 4 has gone in. Minnesota has taken 10. Here's Duncan. Taves. Duncan shooting. The shot goes wide. Taves in the corner. Loose puck to Oposo. Headman pass, Kaufman. Dumps it in.
Nice breakout by the Gophers. They just took the puck, sealed down on the forwards. Polson made the wide rink pass. Out they came.
Oh, Watkins made the pass and paid the price, but the North Dakota Fighting Sioux bring it in. Vandevelli to Porter for the drive right on, and Frazee holds on.
Every time you look, seems like 24 is getting a shot. Usually it's on the other side, coming in off the off wing, where his stick is in the middle. He's got his head down where he should be. Frazee, nice little drop pass here. Vandervelli makes the pass in. I tell you, on the net, though, I don't think Porter's missed a shot where he hasn't put him upstairs in the corner, but he's put him on the net. Goaltenders are just saying him, but this guy plays, what, 172 games here tonight, Frank? He was 171.
I think he's played them all tonight, hasn't he?
He hasn't missed one.
He's played that well, yeah. 172.
172. And boy, we were talking last night about he's sick of practice. Be happy when the season gets right towards the end.
Goligoski, here's Wheeler. Gordon gets it down the rink. They're going to wave off the icing. That'll buy some time, but I'm not sure for who. In a tie game, 1:40. Gordon, it's off his glove.
Is good as
ball. Now batted ahead, knocked ahead. Fabian helps bring it in, and it's back out.
I think the Sioux have to get the puck in the zone. They got to do what the Sioux do best. That's
Here comes Wheeler. Shooting right on, and Lamoureux makes the stop.
Like what I was saying here, the blue line, the offensive blue line, I think it was Kozak that didn't get the puck in. But, you know, you've got to get the puck in the zone. You use your forcing. Wheeler comes out strong. Well, I'll tell you, positioning's been very good for Lamoureux because he hasn't had to really make any dramatic little play. He throws his glove out there once in a while for a little effect, you know, but he hasn't been really had to be an acrobat. What I'm saying here, for the Sioux, they got to get the puck in and forecheck. They can't be trying to make too many fancy plays in the blue line. They've not been there tonight. They haven't been there for about a period and a half consistently.
Top two lines are matched, the Oposo line and the Taves line. There's a He picked it out of the air, but they caught a play with a high stick. And Taves says, no, it was below my shoulder. It doesn't matter. It's the goal line. Our Cass Clay game summary. Not the goal line, but the goal crossbar. Here's a 2-2 score. Ryan Duncan is the game-tying goal. That was a power play. North Dakota 2 for 5 with the man advantage. The Gophers 0 for 8, and that's their bread and butter. Shots on goal significantly in favor of Minnesota's favor, 37-25. Oposo and Taves again.
Oposo's had a pretty good night. Now Minnesota's trying to switch players. They're trying to. Blustrom's going to play in here, which is not a major factor. Been pretty strong. Take Kaufman's spot.
Oshie over to get the puck. Duncan already out at center ice. Now he has it, bearing down on Peltier. Taves heads for the net. This shot off the base of the net. Taves was knocked down at the side less than a minute to go in regulation play. Back at the line, Chorney. Now across far side for Lee, and this shot takes off.
And scuttlebutt is very free up here. Just like the extra period.
Off Porter's stick, 40 seconds to go. They dump it in.
That's what I think Sioux have to do to win this game.
Oh,
right
Porter
there.
puts it right in front, and it's off the stick of Carmen. Now Lucia trying to protect it because he sees he's outnumbered there. And Carmen, backhand pass. Carmen's had a strong game, and Flynn shoots it in. Bina out of the corner, whacks at it. Porter, a great catch. He's hammered hard by Flynn. Are we headed to overtime?
Yeah. We'll get fresh ice, stay on the same sides. What more do you have? Same price.
The difference between this overtime and this afternoon, it was only a 5-minute overtime period because it was non-championship bracket. This, where we will declare a champion, will have a full intermission and a new sheet of ice and a 20-minute period.
Should ask the people at home whether they would like to have us just play 5 minutes or 10 minutes on this ice rather than making a resurface.
Make new ice. Let's go.
Okay.
That's my opinion. The game's too important.
How about a shootout?
No.
Oh, I know. I just threw that out. You've been on that. Oh, did you flop on that one?
And behind the net, a wraparound try. A loose puck shot right by Kite. And the horn brings the game regulation play to an end. Roll Ryland Kite.
Yeah, I thought you were going to swallow that microphone there. He rolled around the corner. Kite had a chance to make.
We promised to do
Ron Johnson, Kevin Gord, Doug Woog. I'm Frank Mazzacco. Folks, I hope you're enjoying this one. This has been just a delight of a championship game. Taylor Chorney brings it into the Minnesota end. Jonathan Taves after it. Ryan Stoa with a check. Here's Duncan with a shot, and Karam's back out at center ice. Now wrapped ahead by Evan Kaufman. And Doug, as soon as we can, I'd like to get a key from you for each team here in this overtime session.
I'm ready.
Go.
I think North Dakota's got to get the blue line or the red line, get it in and forecheck and pound Minnesota. I think Minnesota's got to make sure that they don't try to make too many fancy plays at the blue line either. Got to get the puck. Each blue line has to be smart.
At center ice, here's Blake Wheeler trying to play it in. It hit a couple of bodies before it went in. Now it's flipped right back out to center. And it comes bouncing down to Eric Johnson. Johnson goes across to Peltier. Peltier at center ice for Jay Baraball on a fresh line change. Ben Gordon winds and fires, and that might have been deflected. But Lamoureux has to make the save.
Bobby Gepper has not had real good luck here in this building.
Here's a long shot by Ryan Shack. Tony Lucia after it. Stepping up, here's Fisher with a block. And as it's thrown down the rink, we get icing against North Dakota. Let's go to ice level for Kevin Gord.
Yeah, just a quick update after that first shift for the dot line for North Dakota. TJ Oshie was treated for some leg cramps. He's got his gear back on. He's seen the trainer. He's ready to go back into the game, but it is something to watch as this game drags on. Once a player gets those, they can return through some taxing shifts. I'll monitor that and let you guys know.
Yeah, they tend, Doug, not to go away is what they do, don't they?
Yeah.
They're there.
Yeah, you get a day later, you're all right.
Right. Talking about, they apparently didn't drop it cleanly, so they're going to do it again.
I didn't think they had a rule like that anymore. It looks to me like everybody cheats, nobody catches it with their sticks.
No, I think I think Bob Kelty said he missed the dot is what that was my reading of his signal.
Get Minnesota's fourth line in there against the third line, pipeline, Fabian and Kozik.
Charney gets it out at center ice. It'll be grabbed by Fisher from Minnesota. Now over to Shack, ahead for Pohl. Kipe takes a loose puck away. Pohl back to get it. Tom Pohl will drive it in. Lamoureux stops it behind the net. Off the glass. And that one hit Fabian. But no control for the Fighting Sioux as it came out to center ice. They'll have to regroup. Minnesota changing at least 4 of their 5 players. Here's Mike Carmen. He throws a hit on the far side into Ryland Kipe. Eric Johnson, who has the first goal of this game, dumps it in. Cade Getaway jammed up by Flynn. Carmen, Flynn, now Getaway, blocked by Peltier, swept by Flynn, but not very deep. Lucia fires one on goal, and Lamoureux held it just long enough.
Boy, this line's been good. I don't know how their stats are, but they've been good.
If it's not their bread and butter, it's certainly their most significant barometer, and that's the power play, and they're 0 for 8. Now, aside from the numbers, how's their power play been tonight?
I think the numbers speak for themselves. They had one good one. They had 6 shots or so. Otherwise, they had 1 shot for 5 power plays. Not been good.
Here come Kaufman and Oposo.
But what's been good, Frank, is Minnesota's D. They played better than the Sioux D. They moved the puck out better. They've handled rushes better. They've just done a better job. Now, nobody would have thought maybe that was going to happen. But they've been really good. Right down to the fourth liners, Jack and Fisher.
Here's Kaufman to throw it into the left wing corner for Oposo, watched by Bina. That's Taves. And Chorney now has the loose puck for North Dakota. The 2-2 game in overtime. The Gophers have hit 40 shots on net. Watkins had a problem with the puck. And the pass by Barabal was behind Wheeler, who dives and scores! Unbelievable! Blake Wheeler diving for an overtime goal. To prevent icing, he scores. It's a championship for Minnesota.
I believe it because I saw it. Minnesota had the better of the play most often during the game. The score didn't indicate it, but the attempts and so on, and it goes to show you Minnesota had the will, beat skill, and I don't know if North Dakota has any more skill, but the will certainly was on Minnesota's side. Home crowd.
Well, it certainly was on Blake Wheeler on that rush for the puck.
Well, Frank, here's what happened. There was a turnover right at the blue line. It was a mistake, and we don't pick it up here. That's unbelievable. I didn't even see the goal going. I was watching the turnover. North Dakota forward came in, didn't get it over the blue line. Puck bounced one way across the rink. I mean, that'll be a highlighter. I mean, it's a highlight tonight, but it'll be on the record for a long, long time. Somebody's going to have to steal it to get it away.
I really want to ask Blake Wheeler, were you diving to prevent the icing, or were you diving to put the shot on goal?
Well, that's when I gave up. I went back to look at which player was didn't turn the puck over. But we said you got to get the puck in deep or pound. They didn't do it. They paid the price.
Sometimes we will give a player of the game only for a game-winning goal in overtime. Our Kellogg's player of the game not only scored the game winner, but he played extremely well tonight and this weekend with a goal and an assist tonight. He now has 18 goals this season.
Well, that's the kind of goal that'll generate some enthusiasm throughout your whole team. There's so many guys that played well. We'll get some time to talk about it. But it was a fitting thing that Wheeler was one of the guys who was involved in the winning goal, because he certainly had a weekend that he probably won't be able to duplicate. But Minnesota was the underdog based upon who was playing well, which team was playing better, who was scoring more goals, who's getting more saves. So Frazee looks like kind of a question mark choice. Why not go with your senior guy? Well, Coach Lucchino knew what he was doing. He kept, the other one is to keep Wheeler in the middle during some times where there wasn't much going on there, okay? But boy, he came out here and played tonight. Shaq, I mean, I was so impressed with the Lucia, Carmen, and Flynn line. Gordon was good tonight. I thought for Opposa was good. These are for the Gophers. Ryan Stoll was a man. He was a man out there. Derek Peltier was solid. Vanelli was solid. You go on to the North Dakota side, and I think the penalties killed them. Duncan, particularly Taves and Oshie, killed so many penalties in so many minutes. I'd like to know how many. They probably had more time on the rink, a shorthanded, just killing penalties than they had on the offensive side. You didn't see some of the other guys either. You saw Porter. We'll get back to some of the other guys that we thought played well.
Jamie Verbrugge will take us now through the trophy and awards presentations.
And now for the presentation of the Broadmoor Trophy to our 2007 Red Baron WCHA Final Five Championship team. Could we please have the captains of the University of Minnesota Golden Gophers come forward for the presentation of the Broadmoor Trophy.
This is only the second time since 1991 that a team has won the regular season and the playoff crown in the same season. The last one to do it in that whole span was in 1977, where we just showed you that flashback to the overtime, and it was the University of North Dakota. And the Gophers are able to do it here.